I am 17 years old and currently a junior in high school at Kalani. When the pandemic first hit, I found out about it through my family. It was a very scary experience because nobody knew what COVID really was at the time. It was just known to be a deadly disease which scared the whole generation. At first, it felt amazing not going to school in person because that meant I could wake up later and just chill at home in my PJs all day. Like many other students, I thought it would feel like an extended break and it was like we got to end school early. However, daily life changed rapidly. It wasn't just a short break. It ended up being multiple years of quarantine. All we did was stay at home and we couldn't even go outside to play. There was also many restrictions that everyone had to follow. For example, we had to stay 6 feet apart from each other and wear a mask. At this time, I was just in 5th grade, transitioning into 6th grade. It was very scary, especially because we didn't even go to school in person and learn. We had to schedule Zoom meetings just to get credit for our classes. And I'm pretty sure nobody paid attention to the teacher since everyone was on their phones and playing video games all day long. The pandemic caused a major change to normal routines. One of the biggest one was sports. Normally, I would go to practice after school, but since nobody was allowed to step outside, we had to Zoom call and practice at home with our coach online. My family also stopped me from going out to places, even just like the grocery stores, because we weren't allowed to go. We ended up ordering a lot of things online and stocking up on things like toilet paper. Since the days were boring and we didn't have much to do, everyone spent a lot of time on electronics because it was the only way to stay entertained. Technology then became one of the most important parts of everyday life during the pandemic. For example, once again, we had scheduled Zoom calls for sports in school. Many people would also use their phones and go on Roblox during class. Since we didn't see anyone in person, then we all started communicating online, and we also used social media, and it started blowing up as well. People would make TikToks and hop on the newest trends. I personally liked online learning better because going to school in person kind of just ruined the whole vibe. And I enjoyed staying at home all day watching TikToks or playing video games with my friends. However, I also know that it negatively affected my learning. I did complete assignments and schoolwork, but I didn't pay attention as much as I should have. Looking back, I probably would have learned a lot more in class if it had been held in person. What I missed the most about during the pandemic was being able to see my friends and spending time with them. Everyone was stuck at home, so we couldn't even do basic activities like going to the beach. Before the pandemic, it felt normal for stores and malls to stay open late into the night, like until 10 or 11, but it then changed and places decided to close earlier, and now it still feels strange. The pandemic also affected my future plans because soccer trips and travel opportunities were canceled. Overall, the pandemic changed daily life, school, sports, and the way people interacted with each other.